All right, everybody, what is up? We are moving back to Tuesday nights, trying to get back into a groove. Wednesdays never seem to work out for us. We lost our viewership, we lost our consistency, so we're back on Tuesdays. Does it make you feel good,
Sweet.
Arrow?
Oh, it makes me feel great, dude. I'm fantastic.
Except for this Tuesday. We should have done it next week, because then we could have watched the NBA Finals.
Let's just hurry up.
All right, let's do it. All right, no delay. Let's move this shit along. Hey, it's me and Arrow. There's our Twitter handles. If you don't know that by now, I don't know. All right. So, Arrow, I think you brought this to our attention. Fuck Love Live. Why is that?
Oh, it's not a topic. It's just a mention. So, the news barrel is kind of running dry right now. So this is the only thing I was able to dig up. So yeah, Love Live is getting a second season. I know some of you guys out there are fans of Love Live. I'm not. I can get into it. It's not
I was
Idol.
more of an AKB and Aikatsu fan than Love Live.
It's not Idolmaster, so I don't care.
Is it supposed to be an Idolmaster clone?
Essentially, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's if I remember correctly, Love Live is made by Sunrise,
is
so
it?
I'm pretty sure it's a direct response to Namco Bandai,
All
or
right,
is
well,
it
I
just
never watched,
Namco?
like I said, I was more loyal to Aikatsu just because my daughters love that way more. And AKB48 because it seemed more legitimate. But this, like all the girls have the same faces, they just change the hair color kind of thing to me.
Yeah, it's got a bad case of same face in CG.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh wait, whatever happened to you in your anime, or not anime, your Idolmaster watch?
It's
Like you
on my list.
promised.
So I have three things I'm going to watch before the end of the year to catch up on. Heartcatch Precure, Idolmaster, and I'm finally going to finish Utena at some point.
Dude, Heartcatch can wait.
I'm just saying, those are the three things I'm finishing between now and the end of the year.
Heartcatch and Utena can wait. Just gonna
I can
throw it out.
parallel some of that stuff. All right, moving on.
Do it.
Garden of Words at Anime Expo. So I've seen this recently. I'm assuming you have as well.
Yes, actually, if you go to Friday Anime Podcast, we did a little talk about it.
Okay, it's a great little 45-minute vignette movie.
hmm
It's enjoyable. It leaves you kind of hanging at the end, but you assume everything turns out okay.
I mean, so for those who aren't really familiar, it's a Shinkai work. So apparently, what I've been told is that he specializes in romance and eye candy. So I mean, if you just look at that picture itself,
Oh, the animation was gorgeous.
it's absolutely phenomenal. So
And it has
um,
Hanakana for those that are into voice actresses.
I wasn't really digging her role, to be honest. Like she did good. She did a pretty good job. It just I wasn't expecting that. I mean, usually when I think about like a 25, 27-year-old, I imagine someone with a little more bass in their voice.
Yeah, but she's
But you know
still
what?
whatever.
But she sells the role. It's still a good role for her. And I mean, I still got engrossed in it. Like the chemistry's there. This is a really good romance. So anyone who's going to be at Anime Expo, definitely check this out. I'm not really sure if it's a free screening. They're still kind of fuzzy on the details, but they made it seem like it was supposed to be a free screening. Again, I won't guarantee anything. But yes. So if you want to check this out, this is a gorgeous show or gorgeous OVA movie, whatever you want to call it, and it's going to be on the big screen. So that
It's
is
gonna
your
look
front.
if it's the same definition, if that nice high def visuals, it's gonna look beautiful. And then, like I said, the plot is cute. It's enjoyable. It's fun. A little on the statutory side, but who cares?
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Nah,
It's fine.
she's twice his age. What does it matter?
It doesn't matter. Actually, this I mentioned this in the podcast, but this reminds me of a manga called Game Over. It's like apparently it's not a one shot. It's a short one, 5 chapters. So if you're in
Game
a
over. Which one was that again?
it's about this 25-year-old, and what she does is she plays this game when she's on the bus, where whenever she makes eye contact with another male person, she'll purposely she will purposefully sit next to them, and then try to see if they will look her way more than once during the bus ride.
Oh, I gotta read this. This looks fun. Like it's
Oh,
kind of
dude, it's
sadistic.
it's more like I guess it's more like a little mix of flirting plus self-esteem. But yeah, the first chapter in itself was just absolutely like so cute, so adorable. And then after that, then it builds up on the romance that's later, developed over the next 4 chapters. But yeah, like I don't know why, like watching this and reading that definitely built me up with a lot of feels. So, but yes, Garden of Words Anime Expo, definitely check it out.
Sounds good. I can't disagree at all with that. Funimation in the Shell. So Funimation picked up a license for Ghost in the Shell, Arise,
How do you say?
Arise. So they'll be
I'm gonna
bringing
say
it to the United
Rise.
States, I believe subbed, not dubbed, if that's correct.
Yes. So yeah, I know Funimation usually likes to dub things, but they confirmed that this one straight Japanese with English subtitles. I think it's also gonna be French and Italian. I don't know, some other languages, but yes, um, it will be subbed.
Nice.
And then in addition to that, they also announced that they're trying to work out a theatrical screening of the first two parts.
Okay.
So
Because it's a
Ghost in the Shell,
three-part, and it's like
the
how
four
many
part.
minutes per part?
It's four
Four-part.
parts.
Sorry, four-part. But it's some odd length per part, isn't it?
I thought it was 50 minutes.
It's 50 minutes per part. That's right. Yep.
Yeah, so 50 minutes per part. There's four parts, and then I think they're going to try to set up so they're going to do a theatrical release, kind of like what you did with Monica films. So they're going to show the first two parts in theaters, and then I guess if it does well, then they'll do the last two parts.
See, I can't imagine it not doing well. Ghost in the Shell was a staple on Cartoon Network. There's a lot of people my age, your age, that remember the Ghost in the Shell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it has a presence in North America prior to coming over, where Madoka didn't, other
Well,
than people who had seen it illegally, essentially.
well, Crunchyroll had it too.
Did they
I
have
think.
it when it aired,
I thought they
or
did.
they have it afterwards?
Ooh, maybe
I
afterwards.
thought it came out about the same time the movies. Well, I can't remember the timeline. That's something I should look
It's,
up.
yeah.
Let me
The
say
well,
the fan base was built though not through legal streaming. How about that?
okay, sure. But yes, but going back to the original topic, Funimation, they're usually good in the marketing department. So I mean, theatrical releases, unless it's like a cult classic, they usually don't do that well. I mean, if you look at other like big works, like I can't think of any big works besides Miyazaki films that actually do well in theaters.
But like I said, Ghost in the Shell has a history in North America.
Maybe Summer Wars.
What's that?
Yes. Oh, no, sorry. I was just thinking maybe Summer Wars. But yeah,
Yeah.
yes,
Let's
you
leave it
are
at
right
that.
though.
So there's a chance it's going to do better simply because people know of it. But if it
Sure.
doesn't, there's not a lot of upfront advertising or push, I don't know how well it's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen anything yet. That's the thing too.
Yeah.
But yeah. They actually haven't gave a date. They haven't given a date yet, but they did say before the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
That'd be cool though. It'd be worth going to see. I'm a
yeah,
huge Ghost in the Shell fan, so I'm looking forward to this, especially because the character designs have improved quite a bit since the first ones they released.
yeah. I think they were just showing like just
Developmental sketches.
yes.
Because her face was terrible. The first sketch they ever released was horrible.
Yeah. Testing the waters. All right.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad they got poor feedback. All right, moving on. So Toonami Rising. So the week of June 9th, somebody pulled
Mhm.
the ratings for Toonami, and they've realized that Toonami has been steadily getting higher ratings since their initial comeback. And their highest ratings yet were the week ending June 9th.
Mhm.
I think it's a good sign, despite looking at that lineup of things that have been on Adult Swim and late night for how many years now? Some of
Well,
this stuff has been, I mean, Bleach, Naruto, Eureka 7, Inuyasha, Cowboy
w-
Bebop, those have all been
well, there's
late night for
some
a long time.
yeah, but there we need to clarify something. Bleach, that's still going on, so they're not doing reruns. Those are new
They finally
episodes.
quit. Okay, I haven't
But
watched
yeah,
it.
those are well. This is from what I've read and from TV Guide. So those are new episodes. Naruto, same thing with the new episodes. One Piece, new episodes. Soul Eater, well, that's a first. So everything you see here, the reason why the ratings are going up is because they're finally pushing away from like the rebroadcast. Like these are like those four right there. That's the original stuff. Not to mention you have the big three right there, so you know those are popular in the U.S.
Yeah, you're gonna get the standard shonen crowd on that
Exactly.
one.
Exactly. So, hopefully if those four do really well, I mean, but that's like the most common block though. So I highly doubt that they'll, start adding newer shows to like the 2 to 4 a.m.
Yeah, it's kind of well,
Well, IGPX, that was a rerun from an old Toonami. From
yeah.
back then when Toonami was in the afternoons. Eureka 7's been on Adult Swim before.
Oh,
Thundercats,
multiple
this is
times.
like the new
Is that the
the
new
new
Thundercats, the
age,
one they did in the early 2000s or whatever it was?
like 2008 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, late
The
2000.
same
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with Symbiotic Titan. Actually, I like that I like that show actually. But I haven't seen it as much. Um, but it's more of a cartoon than an anime. But
See, at
Toonami's all
some
about
point they're going to
cartoons.
have to bring in a title big enough to replace one of those slots from midnight to 2.
Yeah. Well, again, those four right there. I mean, until Soul Eater runs out, which is what, 26 episodes?
Something like that.
Or,
It
or
was only a
54.
2-cour, wasn't it? Maybe a
Yeah,
3-cour? Yeah.
something like that. So yeah, 26 episodes. Once Soul Eater runs out, who knows? But then that won't be until like November,
Well,
end of
Toonami
the
just
year.
got something in the last month. What was it? Oh,
Uh,
crap.
the newest one I remember is One Piece because they were making a big announcement that like, this is the uncensored, so fuck you
Yeah, but
for
they brought
kids.
something else in, too. Or they were going to bring something else in.
Soul Eater and One Piece are the only ones I know
I
of.
follow the guy. I'll look it up and get it by the end of the show.
Okay.
I thought maybe it was just an updated One Piece. All right.
Well, yeah, they're like episode 300 or something like that.
Ugh, so many. It's longer running than any. I think it's longer running than anything, isn't it? Isn't it
Bleach?
longer than Bleach, or is Bleach longer?
I don't know. I don't watch the
Because
show.
Naruto's got about 300 or so episodes as well.
And then plus Shippuden. I don't know. I
Well,
don't know, to
well,
be
the
honest.
original
All I know
Naruto was 220 episodes. I
doesn't
mean,
matter.
Shippuden's up in the hundreds and something right now.
I don't know these things.
Yeah.
They're
All
all
right.
uncut. I know that for sure.
So let's walk into last week's controversy here. We'll walk in there and step.
Oh, thank you. Someone mentioned hybrid MBL. Thank you. They got Sword Art Online. That
That's
was
what
the
it
big
was.
one.
Fuck, I knew it was
That
something
was the
big.
big one. Yes. Good for them. Good for them.
Thank you. I knew it was something like obvious that should come to mind, and I could not
Yes.
put. Yeah. So Sword Art Online is probably going to go in the Soul Eater's time slot, or somewhere in that first 2 hours, I would think.
Depends. Probably. We'll see what happens. I mean, from what I heard, Sword Art Online has been doing really well as far as like Aniplex advertising in the United States.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, it's a popular show. I don't blame people for liking it. So,
It,
and if it gets,
it's a perfect. It fits perfectly in with those top 4 series,
yes, it definitely does.
and
Definitely.
it's marketable. All right, moving on. Quote unquote, seriously, Sunrise. So, for those of you that are watching currently airing shows and have been watching the train wreck known as Valvrave, they had an interesting scene to finish off their episode last Thursday, I guess is when it comes out,
Yeah.
where the main character, MC Kun, forces himself upon female MC Kun,
Saki.
Saki, the wannabe idol, or used to be idol, wants to be an idol again, and they engage in a sexual act of what appears to be non-consensual sex.
Maybe.
So, granted, the way that scene went down was, how's the way to put this?
Well, okay, let me
It
just.
didn't go
No,
down
I,
very
I
well
got
with
this.
the
I got this.
crowd.
I got this. I
Okay,
got
I'll
this.
finish up after you. You go first then.
Okay, so essentially, imagine going to a frat party, taking away the pong table, taking away all the red Solo cups, taking away all the natty ice, and it's 2 o'clock in the morning. That's essentially what you
Here,
got.
hold on a sec. We got a problem with Ustream.
No, we don't. I thought we were doing good.
It just hiccuped on us.
Oh.
Okay, go for it now.
Okay, so yes, just what I said. It's college fraternity party. Remove the pong table, remove the Solo cups, remove the natty ice, and this is essentially every single scene at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know it's true.
I'm not disagreeing with you. So, a couple things come to mind throughout this series that make me think this whole scene was a bit peculiar. The first thing that comes to mind is that throughout the series to this point, she has been pursuing him
Yeah.
in one way or another.
Yes.
Just putting that out there. Don't
Mhm.
make your own assumptions. Two, earlier in this episode, she offered herself up as a sacrifice for his impulses.
I don't think she meant by this though.
No, not by this. I'm not. I'm just making generalized comments. I'm not
Mhm.
agreeing with actions or condoning anything. You know what I mean? Let's just be very clear. There are certain things that are not condonable. Leave it at that.
Yes.
She's definitely as strong as he is in some respects. Whether that's the same as when he's under his craze stuff, who knows? But during that scene, while it appears to be non-consensual, she definitely does not take the kind of actions that I would expect somebody in that situation to take.
Yeah. I mean, Well, long story short, this show got really dark, and I don't know how to take it, to be honest, because for the most part, it's been lighthearted. And then these past few episodes, it's really been like ramping up, like, or how should I put it, a huge change in tone.
Oh,
So yeah, I mean they were doing musicals, and they were dancing, they were singing. Then what? 2 episodes, someone gets shot, like killed, and then in this episode, you get what may or may not be rape, and I don't. I'm gonna wait to see what happens as a result. Because essentially, I don't know. I've said it before, and I'll stand by it. I think Sunrise has a plan of what they want to do with the show. It may not be necessarily like the most well executed one. I mean, we can say what we want. It could be a train wreck, but at the end of the day, we're still watching it. So I, I'm not going to say what Sunrise did was a bad thing, but at the same time, it was. I just didn't expect it. Like I just really didn't expect it. I
yeah.
don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
I
Well,
mean, because
for one,
there were bits and pieces in there where she's holding his hands while they're doing it,
yeah,
like she's gripping onto him. Just weird things. It made that whole scene very awkward.
it's like it's like they couldn't. It's like they're not allowed to put rape on television. Like they can say it, but you can't actually do it. So I
And so they
guess
made
they
that scene
implied
as very
they.
strange as could be.
I guess they imply that it was consensual, so that they can get away with it.
But yeah, they imply, but they don't imply. It was very, yeah, it was a mess. It didn't make things any better for that show. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna keep watching it. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I'm already what? That was episode 11.
Yeah,
We got 2 episodes left. I gotta see it through to the end, I guess, for me.
pretty much.
I mean, you're that far in, it's hard to. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see where it goes, despite how terrible it's been getting.
Yeah. Actually, I want to know people's thoughts on this. So if you're watching this on the social stream, let me know what you guys think about like this scene in particular because
And yeah, then final thoughts. We'll run through it.
exactly. Yeah. Should we move on?
Move on. I think it's game time.
Game time. Do it.
Oh, you didn't put any animations in here. Okay.
Good.
Hype Machine. We're taking 4 new shows. Yeah.
Can I explain this, please?
Sure, you go for it then.
All right. So I brought you guys a new game for us to play. This one is called Hype Machine, where we're going to essentially take a bunch of the upcoming shows, things that are coming out in the summer season, and we're going to essentially say, how is our hype level? Is it very low, moderate, high, or very high? So let's start in slow, then we'll build up. So very first show, Kimi no Irumachi by Gonzo. Based off the popular manga, it's essentially, well, how would you describe this?
It's a rom-com harem-esque. If you've ever read Ichigo 100%, or it's where you have an MC Kun who falls in love with one girl, but all kinds of other girls get in his way that he fools around with, falls in love with, in and out of. It's one of those stupid shows where it's constantly cycling through.
Okay.
It's like 200 episodes, 200 chapters in. It's a complete disaster and mess, and it makes most people who read it rage very quickly.
Yeah.
So as you can see by my rating, I'm giving it very low. I've read
Why?
60 chapters of the manga. I was raging after 60 chapters. There's no way in hell I'm watching an anime of it.
See, so for me, I'm going to give it a low. And again, regardless of how well or how poorly a manga is done, the anime adaptation must always be treated independently. And if it's one where people can rage, I mean, the nickname is the town where everyone rages. It's enough of my interest. It's got enough of my interest to at least try it out. So yes, I mean, it's definitely not on my most watched list, but at the same time, I'll give it a go.
See, for me, it's one of those plot lines I just don't like. I'm not huge on harems. I'm not huge on where MC Kun gets to sleep with everybody in the plot. Crap like that. Just not. It's beyond. It defies my state of disbelief. Does that or my suspension of disbelief? Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
makes perfect sense.
Okay, moving on.
Do it.
So it's not my fault. I'm not popular. I'm not going to say the Japanese name. Another manga adaptation about a girl who is a hikikomori otaku. Hikikomori is the right word, right? Stays in the house, plays computer games.
Mm-hmm.
Gamer otaku, doesn't like to go outside. You can tell by the picture there she has dark circles under her eyes because she never sleeps. And she says, well, life should be like my games, and I should be more popular. And it's all about how she just isn't popular. As you can see, we kind of switch roles, but we both think pretty low of this.
Yeah. I mean, this is essentially the show with the longest title that essentially does nothing with it. Um,
Yeah.
like I've been on the boards. I've heard about it on A, and to be honest, this seems like a pandering at its finest.
It's a terrible manga. It's just not even that good of a manga. And I don't understand what studios are thinking when they adapt shit. You know what I mean? Why they choose stuff?
Yeah, I agree with you, but at the same time, if it's one that people are talking about, maybe that's all the better to adapt it. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you don't pick up a manga if it has poor sales,
I know. It's
right?
selling okay from what I understand.
Well, yeah.
Whatever.
I kind of forgot. Do you know who's animating this?
Didn't give two shits, so I didn't look.
Okay, good enough.
Sorry. Next,
No, but
Symphogear Season 2.
oh yeah.
I'll let you go.
So Symphogear season 2. I'm I'm not gonna lie. I love the first season of Symphogear. That's campiness at its finest. If you guys don't know, it's essentially about people who sing, and it's the power of song that gives them their special
And Yuri.
superpowers. Yeah, there's a bit of Yuri too.
And Yuri.
But yeah, there's a bunch of Yuri too. There's a fuck ton of Yuri. But yeah, but the point is that like this is one of the shows like it definitely rivaled Aquarian Evolve in as far as how campy can a show be, and it took it over the top. Like it was very tongue in cheek and knew how to laugh at itself, and I'm just really excited for it to be a second
But it
season.
wasn't trying to laugh at itself.
It was. It definitely was.
So, while Arrow's excited,
There was
this show is like what the flowers of, what was the other one, the mecha one with the girls, what was that called?
the mecha one with the girls.
Flowers Lagrange or whatever it was called.
Renee No Lagrange.
Renee
Yeah.
Lagrange, yeah. I feel the same way about that second season that I do this. I saw the first season, I'm done. I'm good, moving on.
This one, I definitely have to watch this. It's so good.
Ugh.
It's campy, dude. If you don't like,
It could have been better though. It's not even good campy to me.
well, how far did you get into it?
I watched the entire series.
Okay, because I'm not gonna lie, I was doing a lot of fuck yeahs, like especially during that finale.
All right.
Like, it's if it's high, it's high adrenaline, it's rambunctious, it's led by Aoi Yuki. So if you like her, you'll definitely like the show. Except for if your name's Aftershock, but it doesn't matter. Like it's a fairly entertaining show.
I'll give you it's entertaining. It's just not my thing. I can't watch it. I watched the first season. That was enough for me. I gave it a chance. I gave a legitimate chance.
That is true. You gave it a chance. That's
I
the
gave it a
most
chance.
important. Yes.
Next one, Gotcha Man Crowds. I put moderate, but I'm probably closer to high on this one.
Why is that?
I like the I never saw the original Gotcha Man stuff. And I don't think even the original Gotcha Man stuff applies to this, does it? Like the old stuff from the 70s and 80s?
See, that's why I'm actually interested in this because Gotcha Man Crowds, it's essentially Tatsunoko. If you guys know your Japanese, Tatsunoko is really big. Gotcha Man's also a really big franchise,
Yeah, huge.
and I think this is like a modern. I'm not gonna say it's a retelling, but it's like
Modern take on it, like a reboot, like Superman.
essentially it's like a reboot. Yes.
Because I mean,
And
reading the plot, looking at some of the past stuff, I put moderate. Like I said, I'm interested. I'm going to give this show a chance, a good chance.
yeah, I've always wanted to get into those kind of shows, and it's Tatsunoko. I mean, they're really good. They're a decent animation studio, but it's the Gotcha Man idea. It's like you have these awesome characters. And they all got superpowers essentially, and it looks nice. It definitely looks nice.
Yep. So,
Like,
like I said, I may even move mine to high on this. I want to see it.
yeah,
Am
I'm
I dropping everything to watch it? I'm not very no, but I'm
No,
going.
no.
It's in my watch list for summer, definitely.
definitely.
All right, I think that's the end of our show, dude.
Yes, it is.
So, final thoughts. Looks like most of the people on our timeline are not giving any of these shows. We haven't seen anybody come back with Gotcha Man, but nobody's giving any of these really a lot of credit.
Well, I mean, you did pick a bad batch. The
I
summer
kind of wanted to
season.
get them out of the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we do have 3 more weeks of this to do.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But
And
yeah.
we're gonna do this game every time, right? Because I like it.
Oh yeah, I like it too.
We'll do
But
the
yes,
Rajo meter.
the Rager Jesus. Yeah. But final thoughts. Nothing much really. If you go to Deso Ex Machina, Friday Anime Podcast, we released it last week. We did a lot of talking on the Garden of Words. So if you guys are still curious on the fence, definitely check that out if you want a second opinion. Kevo is a really big, uh, oh my god, I'm like blanking on the guy's name. Really big fan of the director. I myself, this is the first time I've actually seen Shinkai. There you go. It's the first time I've ever seen a Shinkai work, and we both have good things to say about it. So I'd say do that. Watch that. Also, Go Spurs.
Oh, what was I gonna say? I had something to comment on, and I completely forgot what it was now.
Was it also
Forget it.
Go Spurs?
I don't know. Yeah, go Spurs. I wouldn't mind. Yeah, we can talk basketball all night long. Season's almost over, guys. Come check out Anime Audio Log at the end of the month. We're gonna have our our season preview for not spring for summer. Gosh, man, I can't even talk tonight.
That day.
Oh, we're asking for new writers. We've already induced one guy. We're still looking for interested parties to join the team on a regular basis and write, hang out with us. So, if you are interested in joining Anime Audiolog, doing writing, and maybe eventually doing podcasts and stuff, once we kind of get you in the fold, hit us up. We'd appreciate it.
Yep.
And come meet our new writer, Flights. He has a post out on one of my favorite shows, Majestic Prince. So take a read, comment, get to know him.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So don't forget, on Monday nights, we have Kevo and Akira on Anime on the Clock. They are back in the groove. Don't forget, Arrow's other podcast, Friday Anime Podcast, Fatcast, over at Desu Ex Machina.
Yep.
You can find us
Actually,
Huh?
nothing. Never mind. No. Go.
Don't forget, animeaudiolog.wordpress.com. You can find podcast feed links on the right-hand side. You can also find us at iTunes, YouTube, /user/JoeAnimated for the videos of this. You can also see the videos on Ustream when I remember to record them. And if you ever want to be a guest, we have 2 people in the queue we got to pull in at some point, but we got to figure that out. animeaudiolog@gmail.com.
All right.
That's it. Thanks for joining us, guys. See you next week. Let your friends know. Tuesday nights, 11 p.m., at least for now. Eastern Daylight Time.
Yes.
All right.
We are back. We need to bring in everyone again. We're back. So
We're back, bitches.
All right.
Good night.
Peace out.